Hi guys, welcome back. Today I have a video for you that is going to be a reproduction of Dress Your Face. If you don't know who Dress Your Face is, her name is Tamana Roashan, and she is a world-renowned makeup artist, and she was my teacher. So I am blessed to say that I am bringing you this look today. I have tweaked it a little bit, but essentially the idea was hers to begin with, so I do want to make sure that I give her credit. And I wanted to film this tonight since so many of you requested on Instagram for me to film the tutorial of this mask. So I'm super excited to do this for you. I've already prepped my skin, I've done my brows. I did not contour because this Halloween look does not require any contouring since the mask will be taking up the majority of your face. So I'm going to begin by mentioning a couple products that you're going to need. I'll probably mention them just along the way so that you can prepare. I'm pretty sure you don't need to buy many things to achieve this look. I want you to try to use all of the stuff that you already have at home, your brushes, your makeup palettes, your contouring stuff. The only thing that I think you might have to purchase is some kind of a sticker or some kind of pattern for a lace design that you would like to use to trace out the pattern on the perimeter of your face. I found on Amazon a bulk package of maybe about 13 different stationery stickers that are borders for when you are scrapbooking, and it ended up being about $8, which isn't bad. They came in different styles and they look like this. So I'm going to try to get that to focus in. I will try to leave the link for where I found it down below just in case if you want to get them, but the pattern, you'll see it's a sticker you can peel off the backing, and we're going to use this in order to create the shape of the lace around the face. I'm not going to talk throughout this entire video because if not it's going to take us like an hour and a half, so I'll guide you through what's necessary and I'm going to speed up the rest so that you can get your look done as quickly as possible. Sound good? Okay, so you're going to start, prep your face with your foundation, your powder. Concealer is not really that necessary, but get your brows done too, and then when you're done with that, come back and meet me here. Okay, so the first thing that I want you to do is to grab your favorite highlighter. I don't suggest that it be a really expensive one. I'm just going to use the VAMPY Cosmetics Mary-Lou Minizer just because it's what I have handy right now, and what we're going to do is create a base around where we want the mask to be. We're going to apply a couple layers of this highlight so that we can get a nice glow underneath. So I'm just really packing it on. I'm not being too careful about where I'm applying this product right now, just as long as it's around the perimeter of the area where I'm going to create the mask. Because once we create the lace designs, we really want the rest of the face to glow. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do, now that we're looking like shiny disco balls, is that we're going to grab a colorful palette, and my choice is the BH Cosmetics Take Me to Brazil palette. This is the old palette, but you can find it with new packaging on their website. The colors are still the same. I'm not sure if the formula is the same, but I'm assuming that it is. We're going to be working primarily with this black shade, a little bit of this highlighting shade, and a few of the purples right here. And I just prefer to use this palette because it is economical and it has everything that I need in one packaging. I'm also going to take a small section of that sticker that I was telling you guys about, and I'm going to remove the backing, and we're going to start using this to create the mask around our face. So what I started doing first was bringing it right here into the center to frame where I want the lowest part of the mask to be. So I'm just going to stick that right about here. And this stuff is not that sticky. I guess it's kind of cheap, but whatever. So I'm going to go into the palette and just pick up some of this black shade. Make sure you use a nice firm packing brush that's going to pick up a lot of product so that we can get a nice nice dark effect. And I like the black in this palette. Are you digging this? This is hysterical. I like the black in this palette because it's actually one of the blackest black eyeshadows that I've ever used. So I'm not going to cover the whole space here. I'm just going to go around and stamp over the areas that cover up to the heart. Let me zoom in a bit. So you can see I'm coming in right only up until where I cover that heart. and I'm going a little bit above. So this is going to be the most time-consuming part of the mask, but it's going to be totally worth it. I don't even know if I'm cross-eyed at this point. So when you lift it up, you're going to start getting a shape like this, and it doesn't matter if it's messy. Let me pull you out a little bit. It doesn't really matter if it's messy because ultimately we're going to be connecting all these circles and creating a lace pattern. So now I'm going to come up slightly and try to meet up right there. And after a while, this is not going to stick, so you're just going to have to hold it down and get creative. So you'll see I'm starting to curve the mask up, and then I'm going to curve it back down. The next thing that I'm going to do is trace out the center where I want the mask to end on my nose, and because I have little hearts on here, I'm just going to position the heart in the center of my nose upside down, just like that. Hold it down and sound really nasally and go to town. So now I have that positioned exactly where I want it to be. So I'm going to start working from this end in. I'm going to follow the pattern of the highlight. And why am I always flipping you guys off in these videos? I'm so sorry. So we're going to just invert this little sucker. And we're going to mark out where we want the mask to come down to. So I'm thinking right about there. So I'm just going to hold that down. Come right up to the hairline and do the same thing we did up top. Alright guys, so you'll see at this point it's getting a little messy right here, but that is okay because we're going to end up blending this mask further down onto the skin, so it's not going to look as messy as it is right now. It's all going to come together, so don't panic over little mistakes like that. What we're looking for right now is for the general shape of a mask. Guys, so now that we're looking a little bit more like Zorro, we're gonna go around the edges and we're just gonna blend this out. So using the same black shadow that we've been using the whole time, I'm gonna just push my hair back, and starting here, I'm going to come up close to that scalloped edge and I'm just gonna push down, press and push down. So I kind of want to create a thicker border around around my edges and make sure that everything is nice and dark. Alright guys, so this is the part where you get to get most creative and choose your favorite color. I just wanted my mask to fade into purple. You can choose to let it fade into red, into pink, into blue, whatever color makes your heart happy. If you have this palette and you're working with me, I'm going to tap into this top purple shade that's right here. And I'm going to repeat the process with the same brush. And I'm just going to blend ever so lightly down into purple. So I'm not pressing and not packing as much. I'm just kind of like flicking the color onto there and letting it fade. Alright guys, so as you can see, I cut through and I did one eye just to save some time on camera. So I'm going to run you through the steps and the products that I used in order to accomplish this eye, and then I'll fast forward so you can see the steps. I did continue to use the BH Cosmetics Take Me to Brazil palette. I am using a glitter glue primer. I also need two different eyeliners, one that is a liquid and one that is pencil. And I'm also using a glitter shadow to achieve the shiny look on my lid, and that is the TooFaced Glitter Balm palette. Again, use whatever it is that you have. Those are just the things that I am using. I'm also setting up my transition shade using the LA Colors I Love Makeup Contour Palette, and let's jump right in. Alright guys, so I'm going to leave you zoomed in to this point just because this is where the fun begins, and we're going to start filling in our mask before we put on any falsies so we can actually see what we're doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start drawing kind of diamond shapes randomly around the mask, especially like in certain patterns, like straight down here and around these corners, and then I'm going to fill in with little like star marks and little dots just so that I can connect in between. Sorry, I may have my hand in front. I'm going to try not to block you too much, but I think you'll get the point. So the point here is that you don't have to be absolutely precise, because lace, even though it is precise, when you're looking at it from far away, everything kind of blends in together. So we just want the general effect of the lace at this point. Alright guys, at this point we have the mask almost completely done. You have your lace filled in. So now what I want to do is add just a bit of a touch of glitter. And what I'm going to use is an Absolute New York Starry-Eyed Shimmer Liquid Liner in the shade Lunar. And here's what that looks like. It is a very iridescent, whitish looking glitter. I'm going to run this quickly through my brows, just to get them to shine a little bit. And I'm gonna also focus this product along the diamonds that I created. So the next step is going to be to throw on some lashes, and I am using the Madame Whispy from Koko lashes. In case you can't see that, that's what they're called, Madame Whispies. Okay, so my lashes are on. Last step is to apply your favorite lip. You can do a nude if you want to. I choose to go a little vampier just because it's more fun. So I'm going to use the shade Cashing Out from ColourPop. Here's what it looks like. And this is from their Ultra Satin collection. I prefer these because they're so much more comfortable on the lips than a liquid lipstick. So here we go. Let's see how it looks. Alright my loves, so this is the completed look. I hope that you have so much fun doing this, and if you're gonna do it, please post your pictures on Instagram and tag me at Makeup by Marisol 83 so that I can see your work. I'd love to see your recreations of this mask and what colors you chose, and fluff up your hair, girl. Have some fun. Happy Halloween. And if you're new to this channel, please hit that like button, please hit the subscribe, please hit the little bell. It helps me out so much, and that way you'll get notified as to whenever I post up my videos. But thanks for watching, thanks for spending time with me, and I hope you had fun. Love you guys. Bye.